Most men fail her emotional storms before they even open their mouths. When she's upset, they either retreat or become the enemy. Both paths lead to disaster. I'm Oliver. I'm breaking the code of her emotional storms. Be her anchor, not her enemy. Let's talk about a moment that every man in a relationship dreads. Your partner comes home. She's clearly upset. Maybe she's sad, maybe she's frustrated, maybe she's angry. The emotional storm clouds are gathering. And as she starts to talk, a series of alarms go off in your head. What did I do wrong? How do I fix this? I need to make this feeling stop right now. So, you jump into action. You get defensive. It's not my fault. You try to solve it with logic. Okay, here's what you should do. You try to minimize her feeling. You're overreacting. It's not that big of a deal. Or overwhelmed by the intensity, you just shut down and emotionally withdraw. Every single one of these reactions, while often well-intentioned, is guaranteed to make the situation 1,000 times worse. You are trying to stop a hurricane by yelling at the clouds. What if I told you that her emotional storms are not a problem to be solved? They are a natural force to be weathered, and that your greatest power and your most attractive quality as a man is not your ability to fix her feelings, but your ability to become the unshakable emotional anchor she can cling to until the storm passes. To be an anchor, you must first master the art of the hold. This isn't about physical touch, it's about emotional containment. It is the ability to stand in the center of her chaos without letting it penetrate your own peace. When a woman is flooded by emotion, she is subconsciously looking for a limit, a boundary that says, I am stronger than this storm. If you crumble, get angry, or run away, you prove to her that the world is indeed as unsafe as she feels in that moment. But if you can stay present, breathe through the tension, and simply hold the space for her to be messy, something miraculous happens. The pressure begins to drop. By refusing to be moved, you provide her the safety she needs to come back to center. This is true leadership, not dictating her mood, but providing the stable ground where she can finally feel secure enough to let go of the struggle. We are not talking about fixing her. We're talking about mastering you. This is a man's guide to becoming her safe harbor. So why do we, as men, have such a visceral, fearful reaction to female emotions? It's a combination of our conditioning and our biology. First, we are conditioned to be fixers. From a young age, we are taught that our value lies in our ability to solve problems and produce results. We see a negative emotion as a problem that needs an immediate logical solution. We don't understand that for her, the emotion is the experience, not a problem to be solved. Second, we personalize her emotions. This is the biggest trap. Her sadness feels like our failure to make her happy. Her frustration feels like a criticism of our competence. Her anger feels like a direct attack. We make her storm about us, when it often has nothing to do with us at all. And third, we are often emotionally illiterate ourselves. As we've discussed, many men are taught to suppress their own emotions. So when we are faced with a full, flowing, and sometimes chaotic expression of feminine emotion, it can feel overwhelming and terrifying, like a language we were never taught. These reactions, getting defensive, trying to fix, judging, or withdrawing, all communicate the same disastrous message to her. Your feelings are not safe with me. Your feelings are a problem. This forces her to feel alone in her storm, which is the very thing that will sink the ship of your relationship. There is another way, the way of the anchor. An anchor does not try to stop the storm. An anchor does not judge the waves. An anchor simply holds firm, providing a point of stability in the chaos. So, how do you become the anchor? It's a simple three-step protocol. It is a practice of what you do internally, physically, and verbally. Step 1. Regulate yourself first, the internal work. The moment you sense the storm gathering, your first and only job is to manage your own internal state. You cannot be a calm anchor for her if you are a small boat being tossed around by the same waves. The action plan. Before you say or do anything, take one deep, slow breath. And in that breath, repeat this mantra to yourself. This is not about me. This is her weather. My job is to be the lighthouse. This simple internal act is a game changer. It stops you from personalizing her emotion. It shifts your role from a defensive participant to a strong, stable observer. It is the foundation of your strength. Step 2. Provide your presence, the physical work. Often, the most powerful thing you can do is nonverbal. Your calm physical presence is a powerful signal of safety. The action plan: stop what you are doing. Turn your body towards her. Put your phone down. Make eye contact. If it feels appropriate, offer a simple physical gesture of connection. Put a hand on her arm, her back, or her shoulder. You're not trying to hug the emotion away or silence her. You are simply communicating through your body a powerful message. I am here. I am with you. I am not leaving just because things are intense. For a person in an emotional storm, this nonverbal signal of presence is a lifeline. Step 3. Use the validation and inquiry script, the verbal work. This is where most men get it wrong. We talk too much. We explain, we defend, we solve. The anchor's verbal job is simple: to listen, to validate, and to invite more. The formula is a simple two-part script. Part A is validation. You must validate the feeling, even if you don't agree with the story or the logic behind it. Validation does not mean agreement. It simply means, I see that you are feeling this, and it is okay for you to feel it. Use simple, powerful phrases like, wow, that sounds incredibly frustrating. I can hear how much that hurt you. That sounds exhausting. I understand why you would feel that way. Part B is inquiry. After you've validated, instead of offering a solution, you ask a simple, open-ended question that shows you are not afraid and you want to understand more. The single most powerful question you can learn is, tell me more. Other great options include, what was the hardest part of that for you? And then what happened? You are not a detective trying to solve a case. You are a compassionate guide, holding a lantern and inviting her to explore her own feeling, knowing you are right there with her. A woman in your life does not need you to be her savior. She is strong and capable enough to solve her own problems. What she craves is a safe space to process the emotions that come with those problems. When you stop seeing her emotions as a problem to be fixed and start seeing them as an ocean to be respected, you unlock a level of trust and intimacy you never thought possible. She will stop seeing you as another source of stress she needs to manage and start seeing you as her rock, her safe harbor, her anchor. And there is nothing more deeply attractive and masculine than a man who is not afraid of the storm, because he knows he is the lighthouse. What is your default reaction when your partner is emotional? Share it in the comments. And if you're ready to become her anchor, make sure you subscribe.